So we have Mr. Pratyush Singh. He is regional head, Mirae Asset Mutual Fund. He would be speaking on Behind the Billions. Welcome, Mr. Pratyush, on the stage.
Very good evening to all of you. My name is Pratyush. I take care of Mirae Asset for the East location. So a lot of probably Gyan session has happened, and Madam has told that there are only 2 sessions left. So I will not take too much of your time. Since you are at pedigreed advisors, you are working in the industry from long, maybe more than for my age. So on that side, I had bifurcated my presentation in basically for the 3 parts. What is the current moving articles at this point of time, and what is going ahead are the opportunity as a distributor, as an AMC fraternity we have going forward. And of course, being as a sales guy, I'll also present my organization at this point of time in what junctures we are covering at this point of time. So when you look at the India GDP perspective, it's from 2006 to 2022, it's become 3.5x. So what 3.5x it means is that there is a clear-cut demarcation and the projection is happening that India will grow or maybe probably touch $6 trillion economy in the next 7 years. So what does GDP implications means for? This is what happened in last 20 years when the GDP has moved up by 3.5x. Our energy consumption has grown by say around 5 to 6%. Our basic materials, our steel and the cement has been grown by 7 to 6%. Our vehicle sales have been a CAGR growth of say around 7 to 8%, where the domestic passenger vehicles has grown by 9% and domestic CVs has grown by say 9%. And interestingly, in the last 20 years, our air traffic passenger sales has grown by double digit by 12%, while our export and the import has also moved by 15 and the 18%. And this is the data which happened in last 20 years, and there is a clear-cut possibility it can grow and it will grow. And when you look at the current improving macros, what is unfolding in front of us is that due to the current account deficit is in a very good positioning, and the macros which we are having at this point of time, we are getting the foreign institutional inflows at this the turmoil time of the globally. And while India's forex reserves surplus reserves is going to be touch $600 billion mark again, and while our currency is pretty much resilient in comparison to the dollar, while the other large currencies are facing a little bit of headwind, we are against pretty much positive because of the improving macros. So when you look at the debt scenario also, we are at a positive interest rate. We are living in a positive interest rates. Our inflation index is pretty much in control, and the 10-year GSEC is trading and the repo rates are trading above that. That implies that we are getting a positive interest rate while world is feeling a negative interest rate kind of scenario at this point of time. So what has improved is the banking system. The heart of our economy has moved up sharply. Our banking NPAs are getting down, and the loan disbursement from January 2022, we are seeing a significant loan book increase on that side. So when you look at India is rebuilding again, people are saying what is happening, India is rebuilding again. So when you look at 2013 to 2019, India has a total investment of 57 lakh crores, out of which 18% was devoted to the roads and the 10% to the railways. And when you look at that from 2020 to 2025, that 57 lakh crores is now becoming double. In a span of next 5 years, we are spending again, and the roads and the railways are getting a consistent 18% and 12% spending from the government. And that is why people are saying that India is rebuilding, and some of the articles are shown that our roads and the railway networks are moving at this point of time. So because of the roads and the railways are moving, our GST collections are moving, our e-way bills are also moving, and thus the purchasing manager index has also moved up pretty strongly. So what does this change of macros, the strong macros implies for us? Where is the second meaning of growth for us? Where is the opportunity? So on that side, we feel there's a long way to go. So when you look at as a positioning perspective, we are 142 crores of the population, out of which 136 is the Aadhaar, and 93 crores is the adult population. And out of 93, and we are having 82 crores of the bank account, while 61 crores is a very unique number of the PAN cards. And while 8.3 crores are filing the tax, and the mutual fund industry is having 3.5 lakh investors, unique investors. So when you look at comparison to on that perspective, your income tax filings are 8.3, while mutual fund investors are 3.5. That means it can grow, and we feel it will grow, and that's why we feel that's a long way to go for all of us. And this will lead to more money in the hand and the more investing opportunities going forward. And hence India is becoming growing and forwarding. The MF is becoming the most preferred choice of the investment. So when you look at the industry growth from the last 9 years, our industry has grown up by 4x. So that has been the kind of the pace our industry is having, and that is because of the support of you guys, which you are putting the effort. Now industry has crossed 40 lakh crores in 2023, while on a 9 years before, industry was only 10 lakh crores. So this has happened because of the formalization of the economy. And since mutual fund has grown, our SIP book is also about to touch 15,000 crores mark with the 6 crore SIP account. And as of now, we are 14,700, and somewhere in a couple of months, we are about to touch 15,000. And that's a phenomenal number in the markets. It's going on a day-to-day basis. So what, as a distributor or as an AMC, where is the opportunities for us? Since the macros are moving, and the MF industry is moving, so where we feel that when you look at in 2005, the lower class was 151 million families. Now it is getting, by 2030, it is estimated that it will reduce by 1/3. And that lower class is being majorly handled by the Aadhaar and the UPI transaction. So as a distributor, as an AMC, when you look at from 2005 to 2018, the lower middle class has moved significantly. And by 2030, it is going to be again double on that lower middle income class. And same for the upper middle income. So upper middle income was 61 million families at this point of time in 2018. And by 2030, there is a clear-cut projection that 61 million will become 168 million families. So these are the target audience which we are getting, and we feel very enthusiastic that our distribution community and as the AMC perspective, we can also grow, that India is growing, MF industry is growing, and the lower middle and the upper middle income class is growing, and that is our target audience going forward. And that is why we are very constructive on India. And since MF is growing, there is behind these billions, there is a robust framework. And why the MF has grown? Because of that, mutual fund is a trust. And when you look at that, there's a clear-cut demarcation of the trustee and the AMCs. And I feel this business is a fiduciary business, and none of the business have a capability where the investor interest is greater than the stakeholder business. In India, none of the business having that sort of, and of course the power of compounding where the wealth and the income. And now, of course, coming back to us, as I told that I'm a bit of sales guy, I'll just give you my company perspective for the Mirae Asset. Mirae Asset is founded in 1997 by Mr. Hojo Park. In 1998, we started our journey, global journey, with a mission of, as a global financial group, we serve not only clients, but on the broader society. And that I'll tell you on the next 2 slides how we are building the society as well. And this is the group overview globally. Mirae Asset Financial Group is basically divided into 4 parts. That is Mirae Asset Global Investments. We are present in Mirae Asset Securities. Some of the countries we have a presence of Mirae Asset Life Insurance and the other facilities like we are having a capital market and the venture capital space. And this is our global, the global network. As of now, we have a presence in 17 countries, and we are getting clients of more than 50 countries. And we are working at a manpower of 12,500. And currently, we are managing $548 billion of worth assets under management globally. And this is the growth story in India. We started in 2008. We waited for markets to be clear. We waited to become on a path to the profitability. And in 2000, and after 10 years, in 2018, we formed up a company of Mirae Asset Foundation, which deals in the child education. It's a CSR company, which is a foundation company. Then Mirae Asset Capital Market is also come in India in 2018, which is with the app of M Finance, M Stock, you must be aware of that. In 2019, we launched our venture capital company, where we are doing some sort of AIFs and the venture capital space kind of working. And in 2020, our Mirae Asset Investment Managers India Private Limited has happened, where it is a change of the asset management company in Mirae Asset Mutual Fund. And that global investment is now the parent company for all the Indian companies. And even in 2021, when you look at the Global X, it's a largest ETF provider in US is now come to the India and established their office in 2021. And in 2022, last year, we formed Mirae Asset Global Index Private Limited, where we will do indexing going forward. So when you look at as a growth perspective for the our India business for AMC, so this has happened during the last, I would say, 15 years. So when we touched 1,000 crores mark in 2013, 10 years before. We touched 5,000 crores in 2016. And we touch, with the help of all of your support, we touch 1 lakh crores in 2021, in span of 5 years. And as of now, we are managing 1,27,000 crores of the AUM. I'll give you the bifurcation ahead side. And currently managing 47 schemes. And when you look at our average assets management is 1.24 lakh crores with a CAGR growth of 46% from last 5 years. We are the fastest growing AMC in India with a 46% CAGR growth. And what gives us trust of 56 lakh folios and a backbone for our business is 863 crore rupees of the SIP book with a 22 branches. And we have 7,700 in offshore advisory also, which is being managed in India with our fund managers. So for the partnership perspective, we have launched our DIT part. It's a Mirae Asset DIT where you can transact digitally by logging your user ID and credential of KFintech. And you can transact or you can do any sort of transaction you want to do for the Mirae Asset for the partner perspective. And of course, this is a slide which I want to take some time on that side. We launched our Business Ready, where you can co-brand your any sort of Mirae Asset one-pager or any sort of marketing material digitally without calling to our RMs and all. And you can send to your clients by putting your logo on signing on Business Ready. I hope I have not bored you and hopefully I had covered the presentation on time. Thank you so much.